Hey guys, good morning, happy Sunday. Hope you all are doing good out there today. So guys, I had to run into town this morning, and it's a small little town. We live on the far outskirts of the suburbs of Minneapolis, St. Paul, about 40 minutes away from those big cities. We for many reasons we like to stay quite a ways away from big cities like that. But anyway. So I headed into town today, and first thing I had to take care of, guys, first priority, I had to get me one of these lovely coffees right here. I told you guys I love my coffee. In fact, I got two of them. Don't worry though, guys, they're not both for me. One's for the lovely wife. She needs a coffee too. She loves her coffee as much as me, I think. At least close. But anyhow, I know these things they're too expensive. Really, we shouldn't be dropping money on something like that. The value of it is really not worth it. But no, it's a good treat to enjoy once in a while. But anyways, now that that's out of the way, time to go take care of some real business. Off to the hardware store. Hey guys, back from the hardware store. Looks like this isn't going to be a Sunday morning release like I originally thought. Ended up getting home from the hardware store, and my neighbor came over, and we got to talking for a while, and one thing led to another. So anyways, I'm gonna show you guys how I prepare potatoes for the long term. So what I'm going to be doing today, I'm going to be cutting potatoes into slices, and I'm going to be preparing them for long-term storage. And these potatoes, the way I'm going to be preparing them, they can be good for up to 20 years. It's possible longer, but from what I've researched on these, they can go 20 years. I have not personally put aside potatoes for 20 years, but based on what I've researched on this, it's perfectly safe to do so, and I'll show you guys how to do that in this video. We're going to be cutting them into slices and preparing them for dehydration. And there's a certain method you have to do in order for these to work. If you don't do it right, they'll turn black and look hideous. I'm just saying. So here's our russet potatoes. This is what I'll be preparing today. And I'm not going to bore you guys by showing me slice them into pieces. You guys know how to do that. That's pretty basic. So we'll skip right to the next step and so on. Hey guys, so I got the potatoes all cut up, and I've loaded them in my strainer. Your potatoes want to be roughly they're close to 1/8 of an inch thick. And you just kind of layer them in your strainer, and you're gonna have roughly 1 inch of water or so in a large pot, and you basically want the water level to be right underneath the bottom of the strainer, and you're gonna steam blanch these for roughly 12 to 15 minutes, and basically that takes certain properties out of the potato so that they won't turn black. Because if you don't do this critical step, your potatoes are going to turn this nasty black color, and they look disgusting. Trust me, I did it once, skipped that step, and it was terrible. So yeah, you just once you get the water to boil, you run it about 12-15 minutes this way, and they should feel nice and slimy when they're to the point where they're ready to go in the dehydrator. So once they're ready to be placed in the dehydrator, you want to run them in your dehydrator according to whatever your manual says. Each dehydrator might vary a little bit. So you'll want to look it up and see what the recommended time is. But basically, you're gonna run them until they're nice and brittle. When you can tell that there's no liquid left in them, that they're basically real brittle. Um, and guys, I've only been prepping a couple years, to be honest, and basically, I mean, I've done some little preps here and there over the years, but as far as really being serious, just the last couple years. So unfortunately, I do not yet have a vacuum sealer. I know, shame on me, but the way that I store these is I actually take uh, freezer bags and I get as much air out as possible. But yeah, I got interrupted there. Sorry, guys. But basically, yeah, I just run it in. I just put the potatoes, the dehydrated potatoes, into freezer Ziploc baggies, and I put a really powerful oxygen absorber in there as well. And then I store them in a storage tote in my cellar area, and they stay nice and fresh. Haven't had any issues with them. And like I said, when I've researched it, you can keep these like that for up to 20 years. So, nice thing to have on hand if crap hits the fan and you need some long time storage of your potatoes. It's a good staple food, right, guys? So, anyways, that's what I got for you today. Hey guys, I also forgot to mention that when you go to do the steaming part of your potatoes, you want to make sure that you put a lid on your pot as well. Otherwise, they're not going to steam properly, and yeah, they're not going to turn out right. So make sure you cover them. Additionally, when you go to cook your potatoes sometime in the future, just get a pot of boiling water and dump them in and cook them like you would any other potatoes, and voila, you got a staple food for the future, right? And then at the end of the video, guys, I got some extra bonus preps that I picked up, and hopefully you guys will find use from all that. If you could, if any of this information was useful for you, please feel free to give a thumbs up and share if you could. Alright guys, Undercover Prepper out. Alright guys, first prep item that I picked up today, simply Vaseline. This stuff is good for a lot of different things, guys, and it definitely does not hurt to have a few jars of this laying around in a crap hit the fan situation. That was simple enough, but now we got chicken wire. So this is the other prep I picked up today. And why this is important, obviously it can be used for many things, keeping in chickens namely, but there's so many uses for it. But one that a lot of people probably don't think of, if you're in a complete chaotic crap hit the fan situation where the civil unrest is so bad that there's virtually no policing left, and you're fending for yourself, you're fending for your family. Maybe you weren't able to get out to your bug out location immediately, or whatever the case might be. Having some chicken wire around, for one, it doesn't take up a lot of space. It's easy to just keep around. Second, so if the civil unrest is so bad that you're even afraid to sleep at night because somebody might come through the window, guess what? Adding chicken wire to your windows from the inside can be a good extra layer of protection, namely because it can create that extra time you might need to respond to somebody trying to get into your house. It won't be a simple break the window, jump in, and you didn't really get a chance to respond. Just having this, it can be a lifesaver in my opinion. However, if you're going to screw some of this to your window I would only do it in an absolute chaotic situation, like it's a last resort type of a thing. And I would still fasten it in a way where even a kid from the inside would be able to get it out if you get it off quickly if you train them. Because the thing is, you also don't want to be trapped in a fire situation. You want to still be able to get you still want to be able to get out in a quick fashion if need be. With that said, move on to the last thing I picked up today. Didn't really pick up too much for preps, but anti-diarrhea. This stuff also very important. Doing some research, there was God, I can't remember now if it was somebody from Venezuela or Bosnia, but anyways, there was something I was looking into where people that have been through the complete civil unrest and their countries completely collapsed, they actually said having anti-diarrhea pills on hand would have been amazing, because they watched a lot of people get sick with simple illnesses that cause diarrhea, and they dehydrated from not being able to stop it. So, with that said, I would highly recommend keeping a bunch of this on hand. It can also be definitely a good barter item. If you have enough of this on hand, you got somebody else in dire need of it. So yeah. Anyways, that's all I got for today. So yeah, guys. Hope you all have good rest of your day, and Undercover Prepper signing off.